Welcome to first stream in a long time. Done. Going to be playing all NES all the time here today. I have my original NES hooked up with an EverDrive cart feeding into a CRT monitor. My trusty JVC TM813SU PVM, POW and NTSC compatibility. And we're just going to be playing random games. It's like I said, it's been a while since my last stream, so looking forward to just jumping in and doing some stuff. So I thought we'd start out with 720. This is I always kind of considered this to be the poor man's Skate or Die, rightly or wrongly. You know, of course, these games both come from entirely different pedigrees. Skate or Die has its roots in the home computer scene, and 720 is an arcade port. But they're both similar in that there's different events to compete in. We'll say that the outer world of 720, the overworld, is much more fleshed out. You go through, you buy various pieces of equipment that may or may not help you. And then you try and locate some events. So let's try this downhill. Oh. One thing about both 720 and Skate or Die is that they both have a pretty memorable soundtrack. So 35 bucks, not a bad cash prize. Second place in the downhill. So there are multiple levels. Once you complete all the events, you move on basically to the next round of events. Hey Frodo, hey Dave, how's it going, guys? Glad you can make it today. I'm never quite sure the efficacy of upgrading your equipment in this game. I've never seen it really impact my performance too much. Okay, so this is the jump, which is basically just one long jump. Oh boy, and we're off to the races. Oh, cool, yeah, Desert Bus for Hope is going on. One of the oldest, grandest gaming fundraising events. What are they up to right now, Frodo? Oh yeah, it's all of the downhill events, the slalom, the downhill, the jump, are all very Marble Madness inspired, I would say. 720 is an Atari game, and you know, Marble Madness also an Atari game. I think they're both on the same board set as well. 125 grand. That's impressive. I'm gonna have to check that out a little bit later. You know, I'd say that that's definitely been going on for 10 years now. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Dave. What are you doing working on a Saturday, man? What kind of crazy job do they have you working there? So the slalom is definitely my star event. I rule with the slalom. Oh, okay. How's the mortgage business going in Scotland, Dave? Are people buying homes left and right? Is it a seller's market? Got myself some shoes. You know, the one thing that I've got to say about the NES is that no matter what, you're pretty much guaranteed to have good background music. You know, the games might not all be top shelf, but they really put an importance on having some sort of a tune. Now, this much like the half pipe in California games, there is a trick to doing this, and if you don't know the trick, you're not going to be successful. Oh wow, that's crazy, Frodo. You take 2 weeks off during November just to watch it. Is it a 2-week long event? Do you find that people are moving more towards single-family homes, Dave? Or are they moving towards flats? What is the general trend in people buying properties? All right, so we've basically seen everything that 720 has to see, so we'll go ahead and leave that for now. Oops. And we'll move on to something else. I'd like to play some stuff that I've never played before. Just working our way down through the thing. One game I've always heard about is Abadox, The Deadly Inner War. I know this is a shooter, but I don't know that I've ever played it before. It's a Natsume game, which is weird. You tend to associate them with Harvest Moon and like role-playing games. So it's kind of weird. And then this is distributed, I guess, through Milton Bradley. All right, this is already different than I thought it was going to be. I was expecting you to be flying around in a ship, but in this game you are piloting your own little man. And this game is subtitled The Deadly Inner War, but I feel like we are outside. Ooh. Dave, if I was looking to purchase a property in Scotland, if I wanted to get something, you know, in a good neighborhood, in a... I don't know anything about the cities in Scotland, but sort of, you know, middle-sized city. Not Edinburgh, but something, you know, something smaller. A nice, safe community. And I'd like to get a, you know, a semi-detached house. Say, 2 bedrooms, 1.5 bath. What am I looking to pay? Can I get out the door for under 200,000 pounds? Hey, Lob. How's it going, man? Didn't see you come in. What's going on in Finland today? You know, there was a story on the news today about the dog that can sniff out COVID that's become a star in Finland, and I thought of you. I can tell you this, guys. I am not super impressed with Abadox, The Deadly Inner War. This is... How is the audio level, by the way? Is the music too loud? I'm missing that. Probably should have picked up that power-up. Yeah, I think that's probably what I'm missing, Frodo. I get so in the habit of avoiding everything that I don't pick up anything. Oh wow, that sounds great, Dave. Maybe I ought to move to Scotland. It's a heck of a lot more affordable than England. What's going on? And in Scotland, you don't even have to pay for your prescriptions. Why is everybody in England not moving to Scotland? Or is everybody in England moving to Scotland? Is that part of the big rush? Oh. Has anybody played this on any other platform? I don't know if Abadox made its way to, say, the MSX or any other home computers. Oh, see? It's like by the time I at least want to pick up one power up here. Oh, jeez. All right, let's try this again. I want to see what happens here, at least when I pick up a power up. Okay, I got the power. Okay, so I can definitely... The S makes you move a lot more quickly. Still though, I'm not overly impressed with this game for being a game that I'd heard of. This is definitely not one of the marquee shooters. Weird alien-looking freaks. Oh! Yeah, okay, we're done with Abadox. Yeah, I guess I'm just you know, I only see the property shows that are in the South, in the UK. All of that's based on, you know, what I see on television. Okay, Advanced Dungeons and Dragons. Probably skip that. Adventures of Dino Riki. This one sounds like it might be fun. Hudson Soft Games. So Hudson, pretty good, pretty well-known publisher. All right. So you can jump, which is weird with a game from this perspective. Okay, I should be picking those up. You've got Heart Meter, so it's not a one-hit kill type affair. There's just random bullets all around them. Oh, okay, yeah. So I forget. So you don't operate only in Scotland, then? I need to shoot these flowers to get the things. Okay. I wonder if I'm expected to jump that thing here. Well, I guess I am, because I missed it. You're multitasking like a fiend, Frodo. What's your ETS HOTAS setup? You got yourself a wheel? You got yourself the track IR? Well, you know, I've told you this before, Dave, but one of my great regrets was not making my way to Scotland when I was living in England. I can't explain why I never went up there, other than the fact that it just seemed super far away. Although it's, you know, I think if I would have had friends that were there at the time, would have been, you know, I would have been more likely to go. But as it was, I just didn't know anybody there, and it was about, you know, 6 or 7 hours on the bus, if I recall correctly, from Sheffield. Of course, that was with all of the transfers and things like that. I'm sure it's not a 6-hour straight shot. This is a really difficult game. Boom. Boom. Oh! Made it halfway. I do feel like I'm getting better at this, though. Yeah. Yeah, 4 hours is not that far. But when it's 4 hours each way and you don't really know where you're going or what to see when you get there, it becomes more of a, you know, losing proposition. Versus, you know, I had tons of friends that were on the continent already. And, you know, you could fly to France or to somewhere in, you know, Western Europe for the same amount of time. And, you know, obviously not the same amount of money, but the flights were still so cheap. I found myself doing that more than adventuring about the UK. Anybody have any, by the way, we are open for requests. If anybody has any NES games that they'd like to check out. You know, we played Aladdin on the Amiga. I've never played it on the NES. The 16-bit ports are always the ones that get all the credit. I'm sure that the NES port is not stellar. Oh yeah, man, I'm doing great. Aside from a slight cough, which, I mean, it could be just from you know, the common cold, I feel great. I feel fantastic. So I appreciate everybody's thoughts, prayers, whatever, good vibes. All that stuff matters to me, man. Hey, Jigglebox, I don't really have a set time to stream. It's basically just whenever I feel the need. Uh-oh, this is not good. Now I know that Aladdin, as a later release, might have had a special chip that it's possible that we might run into some incompatibilities with the EverDrive cart. That's an amazing total, Frodo, of Euro Truck Simulator. Okay, let's try. Nope. Well, that's disappointing. I guess the EverDrive is just either my ROM is corrupted, or the EverDrive just doesn't play nice with that particular game. So, yeah, I think I'm gonna have to do my own moderating here. E-Gunner, you are not long for this world, friend. Bam. Yeah, I don't know who is clicking on these bot things and being like, man, I really want to become famous on Twitch. Maybe this guy's going to show me the way. And just like that. Okay, and we are back. Apologies for that. Okay. So anyway, we move on. Why don't we try out Unser Junior's Turbo Racing? So, Lobsterminator, to answer your question, as far as I know, there weren't any standardized NES development tools that were used across the board. Like, I think that every studio had their own in-house tools. That said, games on the NES do tend to, a lot of them do. Okay, so we are back, and right now I am doing the same thing that I did last night. I am tethering my phone, my internet connection, so I'm Okay. So here we are again. Trying again to see if we can come back. Hey, Jigglebox, have a good dinner, man. I'll see you later. Oh, this died again. Okay, well, we are back to green for now. You're tempting me, Dave. I'd move anywhere where the internet was better. It's so funny. I just don't understand the problems that you know, and it's not just me, of course. It's everybody, but it seems like it's me more than most because Aaron streams. He streamed for hours and hours and hours this week, and he hasn't had any problems. But maybe we've come through it here, and maybe we'll be good to go for a while. So let's fire back Al Unser Jr.'s Turbo Racing back up. So to get back to your question, Dave, about the similar look of NES games, I believe from what I know, the NES didn't really have like a development kit. Every studio did all their development in-house with in-house tools. You know, there was no Blitz Basic or Amos or anything for the consoles. And so what you have is not necessarily all the games looking the same, but games from different studios all having the same look about them. And of course there was lots of copycats and things like that too. So this is kind of an interesting, I guess we were racing in Brazil, so the background makes sense. I'm interested to see if the picture of our intrepid hero has any bearing on the game at all, or if that's just there as eye candy. Okay, I do need to be shifting gears here. I guess this is, we've reached the end. Well, it has to do with the fact that we're a very large country, Dave. And in areas where it's incredibly rural and there's no financial incentive for another company to come in. Because remember, it's not like another company can just roll in and be like, hey, we are offering internet now. People own, you know, companies own the poles, they own the pipes, they own the cabling. And it's very expensive to put that stuff in. And there's, for a state like West Virginia, where, you know, we're about a quarter of the size of England, and we only have about 1 million people. There's no incentive. It has to come from, you know, governments, and our government is so poor that they're not gonna spend, you know, the millions and millions of dollars that it would take for a competitive internet ecosystem to be established. Let's do another one of these races. I had a good time there. So, okay. So this was our qualifier. Let's try background music B. So this is pretty good. This is pretty good. You know, the scaling is not bad. You know, it's relatively smooth. There's not a whole lot of flicker. You know, there's always going to be flicker. That's one of the hallmarks of the Nintendo Entertainment System. But you know, things don't just pop out right in front of you. I'm not a big fan. You get that high-pitched sound, I believe, is whenever you move into a new place. I could have probably done without that. You automatically downshift when you wreck. Okay, so this is our first lap done. I mean, I'll take this over Amiga Outrun. I think it's a better looking game than that. I like the background music. I like the fact that there's 4 choices for background music. You know, the NES never got a port of Outrun. The closest that we probably got was either this or Rad Racer. We got a lot of behind the back type games, but just we never got a port of Outrun. And it's funny, thinking about it, I don't think the Super Nintendo got a port of Outrun either. I think that Sega tied that up on all their machines, which makes sense, you know. 11th place, 9th place. I guess third gear is my highest gear. Yeah, it does look. It looks better. Well, there is still quite a bit of interlacing on the field, on my CRT that I'm looking at now. That is a feature of the game for sure. I think we're on our last lap here. But yeah, overall, I mean, I've never. Whoa, instant sunset. I guess that's telling you that you're round in the corner here on the end. I don't really know anything about Formula One, but is 180 miles an hour, is that pretty standard for a top speed for a Formula One car, or is that wildly off the mark? And of course, this is 40 years ago now, also. It says I've got a turbo of 62, but I'm not sure how to activate that turbo. The B button is your brake, so that's... Oh, I guess I'm out of time. All right, so yeah. So the background, it looks different, which is nice. Yeah, Dave, I think that it's hard. I understand what you're saying, because the creator of Outrun never really called it a racing game. He always called it a driving game, and I think that that's true. I think it's a fun driving simulator. It's definitely not the best racing game that's ever been created, but the fact is that it was doing things that were different, And I do think that it definitely was the best racing game up to that point in the arcade. I mean, I think it kills pole position. You know, it's the natural evolution. It hasn't aged super well, except for the fact that the music is really good. But yeah, I'd say, you know, it's definitely in the top tier, but I can understand it's not a perfect game. All right, so we're gonna put Unser Jr. away for a while, and let's try something else. Yeah, sorry guys, we are back. American Gladiators. I wonder what this game is like. So this is a interesting copyright 1991 Samuel Goldwyn Inc. So this is a this is like turn of the century movie studio production. Incredible Technologies Inc. I'm not sure what they're famous for. All right, so I guess this is a multi-event game. Let's try the joust first. Now, was American Gladiators on TV where you guys were? Did you grow up watching this? I watched American Gladiators all the time growing up. Look at this. I'm giving him the once four. Oh, now I've got it. Now it's like a platforming section, okay? Got to fight the slightly tanner version of this guy. So it looks like you've got a nice selection of moves. You got a the downward jab, an uppercut, and then you're just your normal thrust. Doesn't look like you can jump when you're in this mode, so you can't just like jump into the guy. Was it called Oh, I guess it probably was not called American Gladiators. That's a dumb question. Was it called British Gladiators? I'm surprised there wasn't a Netherlands version, the Dutch Gladiators. That sounds awesome. Man, I'm killing this game. All right. Now it's time for the bleach blonde version of this guy. Yeah, sorry, Dave. Look at this. Oh, caught it in midair. All right. Now it's time to take on Mr. Greenhair. Bam. One hit kill. Did they have Frodo was saying that there was a version of Gladiators in the UK. It was just Gladiators. You know, I feel like this probably could have been something that could have made the jump to anywhere in the world. I mean, who doesn't like, you know, wacky events, roided out nut jobs? Okay. So in this game, I do not know what I'm doing. Okay, I think I've got to get the ball and put it in one of these tubs. I don't seem to have any offensive. This is not bad, you know? In terms of giving you the feel of like the events in the game. Like this is definitely something that you would do. Oh, I think I've taken too many hits here. There's no ammunition counter, so I don't know how many... Oh, look at that. Direct hit. Gladiators in the US, UK, Finland. Okay, so everywhere around the world had their own set of gladiators. That sounds like a YouTube rabbit hole that I'm going to go down one night, is just watching everybody's different versions of the gladiators play. I also, does anybody know if there is anything else like the Yorkshire indoor games that is local to your country? Like, I want to see pub games, I want to see people smoking, I want to see people drinking, and I want to see people in vintage attire. When I was sick with COVID, I watched all of the Yorkshire TV indoor games, and it was glorious. And I'm looking for more. I want to see stuff. Of course, I'm going to be limited, I'm sure, you know, because obviously stuff from you, Frodo, is probably not going to be in English. But I just love seeing vintage stuff like that. Like, we're never going to see another thing like the indoor championships again. You know, we're never going to see that sort of athleticism on display. Look at this. Oh! Bam! I just beat it. I think that's all I have to do. Okay. Surely, am I getting... Okay. So I think I did that... Yeah. So basically, I think I went through all the events there. This is not a bad little game. You know, Game Tech was famous for doing a bunch of games that were game show type games. And this is not a bad interpretation. Let's see, did I do all of these? No, I didn't do wall. 2 hands to live, 1 hand to rest, no hands to die. Okay. So in this game, I'm pressing the A button rapidly. I'm also pressing the arrow keys. But this seems to be something seems to be wrong here. I don't know. Oh, okay. It's an A and B. I don't know why I fell there. Okay, so you go between A and B. You hit the 2 buttons in succession, and if you hit the side of the wall, then you bounce off. Okay. Okay, we're in business now, guys. Oh, man. You have like 1 pixel to negotiate that one little push to there. Yeah, Lobsterminator, I'm with you, man. It's like, you know that these people are just destroying their bodies with the amount of secondhand smoke that they're inhaling. But at the same time, it's just, it's a look back to a bygone era. You know, this game started out strong. But I really think that they made the wall too difficult to traverse. Actually, I may just be going about it the wrong way. Let me try that again. You know, it's not a bad game if you want to go back to it. That's the way that I see everything in life. Okay, let's try this again. Whoa! Oh, you have different flavor text too each time, so that's cool. Okay. Here we go. Now we're cooking with gas. This is where it gets tricky. Oh, man. Where did you see it live, Rushi? Oklahoma City? Or no, you were probably in Ohio, right? Did you see it at the Blue Jackets Arena in Columbus? Where I saw Elton John and Billy Joel, so I just assumed that's where everybody saw everything. Oh, man. You know, I bet American Gladiators would have been a fun thing to go see. That is, of course, the thing that never used to come to West Virginia. We never got American Gladiators. We got pro wrestling, and that was about it. All right, I'm becoming less and less of a fan of the wall. All right. My fingers are tiring. This is... Yeah, I guess you just really have to take it slow there, which is fine. Ha ha! Only the strong survive, Lace. Oh no. No. Oh! She took me down with her. All right. American Gladiators. What a game. What a game. All right. Let's see what else we got. Arkista's Ring. Here's another one. Just never played it. American Sammy. I like the opening theme. Kind of like RoboCop on the Spectrum. Okay, what are we doing here? If ever there was a stereotypical Japanese NES game, Arista's Ring is it. Hey, we beat stage 1. Should I go in that volcano? Nope. Okay, so it looks like I've got some items I can use at need. Okay, so I guess that was a smart bomb. Yeah, I figured if anybody would know anything about this, it would be you, Roshi. This is a new one for me. You know, today in the stream, I'm just basically going through and being like, hey, I never played this. Let's check it out. I wonder if you have to kill all the enemies to open the door. Well, we're dead now, so. Oh, town. The music is quite laid back, you know? This is a game that does not want you to rush through things. It's very strange. Vice Project Doom? Okay, we'll play it, Roshi. Okay. Oh, there's the key up there. Roshi, we've had some bad luck with the stream, but it's been holding steady here for the past 15 minutes or so, so I'm hopeful that, we're going under the ground, that it will continue to be strong. Wonder how... Oh, yeah! Okay, so we get 10 continues, and it takes us right back to where we died. I like that a lot. We've got all these cool items, too. I don't know what that did. Oh, mega power. Not sure what to do now. Can't seem to push that. There's the key. Oh. False door, maybe? Lots of false doors, or false stairways. So I guess getting the one key unlocks everything. Yeah, you got that sometimes, Roshi. You know, in the Dragon Warrior games, I'm pretty sure that you got crosses from time to time. What you definitely didn't get as much was well, I don't know. I'm thinking back on it. Maybe that stuff was all replaced by like the Star of David. Huh. Of course, this is probably not what you call a real high-profile NES release at the same time. Okay. I feel like we've explored Arista's Ring enough for today. Let's do some Vice Project Doom. Another American Sammy. Vice. Very Ninja Gaiden-esque. I believe that the final NES game came out in 1994, Mitsuyama. 91 was definitely not late for the NES. The Super Nintendo didn't even come out until 1992. I believe that that's correct. In the States, I believe it came out in early 92, maybe late 91. But there were still tons of stuff coming out. Final Fantasy I came out in 1990. Oh, okay. Oh, wow. We got some speed going on here. I've got to say, I like this a lot. I love the animations. I don't even want to know what half this stuff is. What are those supposed to be? Are these like alien craft, or are these... A little bit of slowdown there. Yeah. Hey, Mr. Cola, how's it going, man? Welcome to the NES stream. Got him. Man, it looks just like me. That's right. I'm doing great, man. I really feel like I've turned the corner on this thing. Oh, that's crazy. He's a reptoid. Oh, now we go to Ninja Gaiden. I like the hazy water there in the background. Whoa! The way that you whip that sword is something else. It's an unorthodox technique. Oh, that's gotta go down. Now let's see. Okay, so you press select to, and do you have, okay. All right, so you've got ammo. Just look and see where all my ammo is. Okay. Oh! Whoa! Okay, now we'll probably have to take a jump from that. It's definitely got a, what's it called? Big Trouble in Little China vibe to it. I need that meat! Whoa! Oh man. Lucked out there. Boss time. If anybody else has any, did the stream go down? If anybody else has any NES picks, shout them out. We'll get to them next. Mr. Cola, you got any favorites? I'll say that again because I think the stream went down. If anybody else has any NES picks, shout them out. We're doing all NES today. And I've got an EverDrive cart all loaded up with all the games, so whatever you guys want to see, I'll play. Gun Knack, okay, we'll do that next. I'm not, okay. That's how you get by that. This would be a game that I would probably spend a lot of time with back in the day. You know, it's funny because it's like, it's sort of like Batman, but not as frustrating. You know, it's like this game is a very good balance. I kind of wish that they would have interspersed more of the driving levels in, just to, you know, in between, like after you beat that boss, have another driving level. But this is tough but fair, where Batman is just unfair and not that much fun. Plus, I dig the Asian vibe of the dudes. Look at this guy. Rekka Summer Carnival 92? No, I have not seen that, Mr. Cola. Is that a NES game? I've been looking into playing a lot more of the homebrew stuff. Some of the stuff I can't play because of the EverDrive cart that I have, but a lot of stuff that has been released, fan translations and patches and things like that, I can play. I was looking at a patched version of Pokemon Yellow. I was going to give that a go. All right, so yeah, excellent choice, Vice Project Doom, Roshi. Good work. Gun Knack is next. I'll have to put that on the card, Mr. Cola. Nextsoft Corp. Love the config. That's cool. I love the fact that they give you so many options. All right, here we go. Oh man, super fast, super smooth. Holy cow, this is great. Wow, look at the speed on that scrolling background. No flicker in the sprites. Not a big fan of this gun. I need to get something else here. Okay, so I want to collect the same number. Okay, I was thinking I was working my way up the thing, so I just want to focus on collecting the whatever number I want. That makes sense. Great tune. What is that for, LS2, Roshi? Okay, so really I think number 2 is my favorite of all those. Actually, number 1's pretty good too. I might stick with number 1. I like being enveloped in bullets. Makes me feel safe. Oops, I accidentally touched that guy. Yep. Still though, not a bad first life. Oh my gosh, now it just all falls apart. I need to kind of like get him up towards the thing here. Gotta keep him in the middle of the screen so you can actually hit him when he opens up. Ah! There we go. Woo! Points! Yeah, things really went off the rails there. After doing so well for so long, I knew it was bound to happen. So am I going to run into another shop at some point in the future? Okay, so I haven't, I'm still on the first stage then. I will say I was playing some Dogs of War this morning, early this morning. I'm talking like 6 o'clock in the morning. I'm down here on the Amiga playing Dogs of War, and I got out my Hayabusa Frodo arcade stick special that he inspired me to spend a bunch of money on. And I had some fun with Dogs of War this morning. Just some mindless action. It's going to be interesting. I think we're going to do some special comparisons with that and Ikari Warriors on the show this week. And but they're both, you know, fun games that are flawed in different ways. But did get some Amiga action in this morning. And I think we're back. Boom. Points. Thank you, Mr. Cola. All right, so I'm ready for shop time. So how do I do this? What do I need? Tell me what to get, Mr. Cola. Now this is full on old school. Just to give you a glimpse into what we're working with here. There it is, original toaster NES, CRT. No fancy wireless controllers. It's old school. Actually, I had this NES console and I pieced it together. I bought a separate power supply and controllers and everything and built it back up. So I'm very proud of it. I'm glad to have it sitting here. I basically, you know, this is my gaming area, my original hardware area where I've got the systems that mean the most to me. So of course, you know, I've got the 1200 XL here, the NES, the plastic fantastic Power Mac G4 of course, the Amiga 1000. And so just being surrounded by these systems, and of course I've got a million other things too when they're on the shelves, but this is like my little cocoon of comfort. You know, you can make money on those, Mr. Cola. On this one, Aaron, I want to say that this is an original connector. Although this NES has set down in my basement for so long, I can't honestly remember if it's original or not. But the way that the EverDrive works is that it attaches itself on a very visceral level. All right. So since Aaron is here, I thought we should do something a little special for our boy A, if he survived this last outage. I thought we might play a little Three Stooges. Aaron might not even be aware that the Three Stooges exists on the NES.
Hey, this looks like a kid game. You'll win, but so.
Do we have anybody left here on the stream, or did I lose everybody? I have the N8, Mr. Cola. So yes, I would love to have one of the Smoke Monster packs. I was not aware that such a thing existed, but I would love to have that, because I am all about exploring the homebrew scene on the NES, for sure. So this is this is the version of Three Stooges that I grew up playing. Hey Lob, I'm glad you're here, man. This is the version of the game that I grew up playing. And truth be told, I don't hate this game nearly as much as all the rest of Amigos listeners do. I think this is pretty okay. I'll never forget when it won the worst game of the year award the first year we had our Amigos awards. It's funny, we were just talking about this scene, Aaron, when I can't remember. I think maybe we were playing Action Biker. I can't remember what game we were talking about. But we mentioned it was the Larry running in the city scene of Three Stooges. Oh, Bill's Tomato Game. That's right. We were talking about the opening cinematic. I remember now. Oh, I don't think I'm gonna make it. But yeah, I think this might be the only see, there's King's Quest. I'm trying to think if there were any other NES Cinemaware games. Three Stooges is a natural fit for the NES because it's so much more action-oriented than a lot of the Cinemaware games. Yeah, Defender of the Crown, and this. I think that's it. I didn't make it. Is Rocket Ranger on the NES? Oh, bad luck. Is it not very good? This shows a certain amount of laziness in that the music stops whenever the sound effects picks up. I don't know if the Amiga version is like that or not, or if the Amiga version even has this music in the background. All right, I think we passed it. Bam. I always thought that the way that was drawn was cool. Free money. Bam. All right, this is where I excel.
You gonna win my song? You winning it? Say that?
So I believe that what you're trying to do is you're just trying to, do wacky hijinks, and as close to the middle of that as you can. I think that's it. I think we passed it. I don't know that got us anything other than fun times. All right, trivia. This is the worst. I'm gonna need your help, Aaron. Although with the lag, I don't know how this is gonna work out. Curly had how many children? 2. Oh shoot, I did the wrong thing. Dang it. That's totally your fault. Sorry. I mean, totally my fault. How many 3D films? C. What year? B. All right, that was not our best effort. All right. One of my favorites, the cheddar, the chowder eating contest, the oysters. That's no problem, man. We'll earn it all back in the oyster and cracker eating contest. Hey, Picard, how's it going, man? Look at that hat. That's a chowder eating hat. What? Ah, come on, come on. There we go. Give me some more. Oh, oh. No! Ah, not a bad day's wage. 310 bucks for eating some chowder. Thank you so much, Mr. Cola. I will use that for sure on my next stream. I'd like to do a stream of nothing but homebrew, just to see, you know, what that scene is like. So that'll be next on the docket. If anybody has any, I've got time to do another couple games. If anybody has any suggestions on NES games they'd like to see, I'm happy to oblige. This is one of my better returns on Three Stooges. Over $1,000 bucks. This music reminds me of the Socrates, Aaron. This could be a song from that AutoCAD game. Or States and Capitals. Rainbow Islands? Sure, you can do Rainbow Islands. See what the, or maybe we can't. Yeah, maybe we can. There we go. It's like, surely there's a Rainbow Islands version. Oh, thank God it's not Somewhere Over the Rainbow. So this is cool. This is like a totally different look. You know, a totally different approach to Rainbow Islands. Not nearly as garish as the arcade original. The colors are much more subdued. I just can't tell you how thankful I am to not having to have to listen to Somewhere Over the Rainbow. That's like a winner in itself. Yay! Jewels, gold. I'm feeling good, man. I've had a good day. You know, the biggest thing is that I still feel like my lung capacity isn't 100%, but I'm coughing much less, and I'm just feeling back to normal. I mean, I really feel good, and it's when you haven't felt good in a long time. When you feel good, you feel real good. So. Yeah, I call this a very competent port of Rainbow Islands. Of course, it's it's not going to hold a candle to the Amiga version in terms of the arcade accuracy, but as a console developed port that goes out of its way to not be like the arcade version, it's pretty good. Some slowdown there with the killing of lots of enemies. Is that what it is, Lob? So that this B section here is the same as the Amiga part. I'm sure that they took out. I'm sure it was a copyright thing. It had to have been. Oh. I'll tell you, I'm not a fan of every time that you die having to go back to the world screen. That's a pet peeve of mine. So. Oh, thank you, Spy Hunter. Hey, man, I appreciate that. Thank you so much for the sub. Yeah, the Amazon Prime stuff you got to renew. You got to renew manually. That's just their rule, but we do appreciate it, man. And I hope you're enjoying the stream. I'm glad to be streaming again. It's probably been a month since I last streamed anything. I did do that. I guess I did that interview with Amiga Bill, but that wasn't a stream. Yeah, this is good. All right, we got time for one more NES game. Anybody have a final request or a Nintendo Entertainment System game that you'd like to see? Tiny Toon Adventure, sure, Frodo. Happy to do that. This is not Tiny Toon Adventures related, but Animaniacs related. I put those two together in my head. Animaniacs are coming back to TV. Have you heard about this? So we got 3 different. We've got Cartoon Workshop, which I'm sure is lame. We'll go with the original. But I read that, yeah, the Animaniacs are returning for a new generation. So. Okay. All right. Okay, so this appears to be your garden variety run and jump. You've got a duck. B button appears to not do anything. Okay, you can't manipulate the blocks. That heart in the corner doesn't seem. I don't know what you do with that. Oops. Right off the bat. Okay. I was trying to do a clever thing while I was bouncing off his head. I should have just jumped it. Ah. Okay, so I guess that you basically don't have a life bar. What you've got is a heart or nothing in reserve. So okay, turned into I think his name is like Quackworth or something. Isn't that right? Duckworth. I'm not sure why you'd want to be one or the other yet. Yeah, it is more subdued for sure, for it. And it's, I mean, the graphics are pretty good. These are good 8-bit graphics. You know, these are definitely not, you know, on the level of something on the Amiga, but in terms of the, you know, the drawing, the detail, pretty good, pretty good. This is very similar to the aesthetic of the Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers game. Though this is much more of a traditional platformer than Chip and Dale was. That was more of an item manipulation game. Yeah, the one-hit kill thing is kind of wacky. You're used to having a life bar of some kind, but not in this game. Of course, the Tiny Toon Adventures theme is present. You do have variable height jump, something not found in Super Frog. A little bonus action, eh? Sounds like the Soulful Strut a little bit. Hey, Jost. Yeah, it's pretty good. Okay, so I guess Hampton was just there to give you some hints. He just said, you know, collect as many carrots as you can. Look at this. Look at his resting animation there, leaning up against the thing. It's little things like that that tickle me. Oh, that did not tickle me. Oh my gosh, how far are they going to make me start back here? This game could have been better on the old checkpoint arenas. Yeah, but as far as I can tell, your two characters don't... Oh, never mind. You can fly when you're a duck. Okay, so obviously we want to be this guy. We go with the flying character. But like this door, let me make sure I didn't miss anything. I am Hampton. Collect as many carrots as possible. You will get an extra player if you collect 30 carrots. What carrots do you have? Okay, so I guess I'm turning in carrots for... Okay, and then he leaves automatically. Okay. Alright. Yeah, there's some artifacts in the on the capture card for sure. Elmira. Okay, I guess that she is an enemy. Or maybe not. I don't know what that was all about. Okay, well I definitely want Mr. Flying Guy. Awesome. Oh.
Nope.
Yeah, this is pretty good. I'm a fan of this. Oops. not sure why you'd want to be Buster, to be honest with you. Like, his jump height is the same as the duck, but he can't fly. Yeah, I know. Just give me some extra guys. Yeah, I definitely enjoy a gentle slope up in terms of the challenge, Lob. You're right. What's the weather like in Finland today, Lobsterminator? I was wondering about that. I was out walking around the park, and it's around 50 here, so you know it's around, I'd say, maybe 16 C. Has it gotten cold in Northern Europe yet? Oh my gosh. Okay, I definitely need to turn it into the duck and just not go back. Okay. We're all duck all the time from now on. Oh, it doesn't sound too bad. 4C and now, how close are you guys to each other, Picard and Lobsterminator? I know you're both in Finland. Are you guys like hours apart? More north? Okay. So you're in balmy southern Finland. Is Finland like, does the climate, is there any variation in the climate whatsoever between northern and southern Finland? I'm not familiar with Middleburn in West Virginia. What is that near, Mr. Cola? I'm guessing that that's the name of a town. Okay. I don't get it. I don't know what I'm supposed to do there. And then it's like it sends you all the way back if you die on Elmira. So that's unfortunate, because there's a lot of good stuff going on there. Yeah, I've never even heard of Middleburn before. We definitely don't spell too many words with that British U. That makes sense, Lob. Let's try the second Tiny Toons game. See if Tiny Toons 2 improves upon things at all. I'm looking forward to, I think, today in the mail, my Retro Man Cave calendar and or book are being delivered. If I've done my math correctly, I think one of those two things is on its way to me. So I've got a perfect spot for the RMC. I should not call him Retro Man Cave, sorry. The RMC calendar should have that. I'm going to put that right on the opposite side of the, well, I'll show you. So it's going to go... Oh. Right there on the wall. That was a lot of work to show a bare spot on the wall, but it's going to go right there. In between Parkersburg and Morgantown, yeah, that is the middle of nowhere. There is nothing up there. It is also quite far away from where we live as well. Parkersburg, well, both Parkersburg and Morgantown Morgantown is about 3.5 hours away. Parkersburg is about 2 hours away. And so, but it just goes to show there's tons of places in West Virginia I've never been. Okay, so this is like a theme park type deal. This is similar to the, there's a game called Adventures in the Magic Kingdom that I think is similar to this. It's not a normal roller coaster. Yeah, I'm really excited to get the to get him. I was stunned that he chose my image for the cover, and very flattered. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing there. I can't avoid that stuff. Okay, so I exchange points for tickets. It's a very bizarre game. Both of these levels have been basically just, you know, staying on a moving object, which is not really what you. I mean, that's okay in small doses in a platforming game, but that seems to be like the whole point of this whole game. Hey, Gerard Toast, how's it going, man? Gerard Tost, Gerardist, Gerard Tost. I like the music. I was like, what's that song? That's the frog. I would not be very happy if I shelled out $50 for this game back in the day. Probably so, Frodo. Probably so. Gerard Tost. Yeah, that's the. You're right. I don't get to have a whole month of glory, but okay. So I guess I control the up and down. Man, that is no good. That is not fun. Let's try the train. See if we do any better. Oh! Yeah, this is after the first game was pretty darn good, and this game is just not. So, if you're only going to play one Tiny Toon Adventures game, play the first one. Don't play the second one. Word of advice. All right, guys, and that's going to do it for today's stream. It's been sort of an up and down affair with the quality, or not really the quality issues, but just the fact of it going in and out. But thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. My first stream in such a long time. I'm glad that I'm feeling better and up to doing this. And like I said, next time we're going to be taking a look at some more NES stuff, some stuff from the homebrew scene. because that's a really active scene. So it'll be fun to see what's going on with that. Thanks again, Mr. Cola, for sending me the that Smoke Monster pack. Looking forward to checking that out. And want to thank all the fine folks that have joined us here. Let me get the list out here. I don't want to leave anybody out. Pix, thanks for being here. I didn't even know you were here. Thank you for being here. And modding, Brock, Cobrian, Devolution, Edvin. Hey man, glad to see you. Frodo, thanks for hanging out. Hope your ETS and your desert bus is going well. Gerard Tost, Jost80, Lobsterminator, Michael Jensen, Mitsuyama, Mr. Cola, Picard, and Aaron. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. I really appreciate it. I will see you guys soon. Adios.